What up? Welcome to my channel, Babyface Williams, back with another video. Yeah, I have my stove in here. I was cooking steaks. Can't do it outside. Snow on the ground. Can't afford a real barbecue. So that's what I used. I'm actually having so much fun building this thing, and I always look forward to getting back out here and working on it. Today, I think I'm going to start building some wheelie bars on it. We're gonna get the measurements for our fuel injectors, maybe start building a fuel tank, and see where it goes from there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 150,000 subscribers. We're like 100 away. So it'd be real great if you guys did that. I have a bunch of these heim joints lying around here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna use two lower bars, one upper bar. The upper bar is going to adjust it up and down. The two lower bars are gonna come back to two wheels, which I don't have today. They're gonna show up on Wednesday. And so we can build the main structure and then add the wheels later. We're gonna start by adding a piece from here to here. This will also give us something to build some sort of guard from here to here with for our chain. And then we're gonna go from here to the front with a big plate as well. Okay, this might not look very even on the end, but I think it's because one of our pipes was a bit longer than the other one, and I was just gonna cut it afterwards, and then it didn't. But this pipe is actually square with this pipe, and then I added this one in while we were in here, just for when we wanna build our bearing holder for the other side of the sprocket. Hopefully not twist this axle up. Now, moving on to 1-inch tubing, we gotta figure out how long we want our bars to sit back. I don't want them to be too long, but I don't want them to be too short that it flips over either. So that's what we'll do. We'll go 30 inches on our pipe, plus the heim joint, plus the wheel, and it'll be something like 34 probably. Gross. I desperately need to change that blade. I should do that before I move on. You served me well, blade, but it's time to be changed. This is actually my first time changing the blade in the bandsaw since I put this blade in. If you don't have a bandsaw, this thing has been a lifesaver for fabrication, getting straight cuts, because the straighter and cleaner your cuts are, the easier it is to TIG weld them. If you guys remember, my old bandsaw didn't have the coolant cooling in it, and I would go through blades like once every 2 weeks probably, and this has been here for over a year. So far, this saw has been worth its money just in cost saving in blades alone. I hate unfolding these things. Probably should be wearing gloves of some sort. Playing a game. Nailed it. There's nothing. Okay. All right, as you can see, we're starting to get a little bit wild here. We've got some heim joints welded on this end. We're gonna have to weld some brackets to this tube. We have some pre-cut ones. I think we just gotta enlarge the holes a little bit here and then cope them to fit on there. And then we have to put wheels on this end, and then I wanna go from here, right here, to up here with a bar. That's going to use, I'm just gonna use these ones because these were the ones for my turbo brace. I'll just cut those off. They're the exact same as these ones. And that fits inside an 1.25 inch tube. And we'll have the 1.25 inch upper tube and 1.5 inch, or sorry, 1 inch lower tube. And then it's gonna be removable. You just undo that bolt there, and then the one on the top, and then this whole piece will just come off. if you don't need to use it. A little bit of a hiatus there. I had to go work my full-time job, which, if you guys want to help with the channel, you guys can always join my Patreon. Link is down below. I'm gonna have to drill out a bunch of these tabs. They're all 1/2 inch, but I think these are all 5/8. So drill out a bunch of these. All 8 of them. So 2 of these are gonna be mounted flat. They don't need a taper. 2 of them are gonna go to a 1-inch pipe. And then 4 of these are actually gonna go to 1 1/4 pipe. So we've gotta bevel them out. So we're actually gonna just bolt them all together, and that's gonna allow us to cope them all the same when they're bolted together. Without ruining our $500 lens because sparks were flying at it, this is what I like to do for these things. It's the easiest way I found. I'll go out and I'll cut out all like the webbing, and then I'll go in with a floppy disk, and then I'll just round it all out and hopefully line up with our cope line. All right, both heim joints on the end here. We just have to put it in place, tack weld that up. Well, that's pretty neat. Now it should pivot on those. Those aren't fully welded in, but yeah. So this is our adjustability here. So we're gonna run a pipe from here now all the way up to the backrest on the chair. We also did get our wheels in. These are just scooter wheels. And what we're gonna do, made in China. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put these on the back. We'll build some brackets so they can go something like that or something like this. But I'm gonna have to cut these heim joints off here, get these tabs set up and ready, and start welding. So I don't exactly have a bunch of the bolts the right size, so I used what I found. I have a hitch pin in the top here, and I put a marker in the bottom down there. But we've got to build a pipe from here to here now, which should be like super easy because all you got to do is measure it and cut it. Simple. So leave some adjustability. 29 2 ticks. All right, let me see now. Let me see. Cool. Okay, let's tack weld those pieces in place. Look at it, it's solid. I found another bolt to put in here, but that's freaking solid, man. And if you want to adjust it, because I put the right heim joints in it, one's reverse thread and one's like regular, you just have to twist this bar to pull it up. And then you just have to twist the bar back the other way to lower it. So fully functioning wheelie bars, we could put the back tires, like the back rubber, right on the ground if we want to, or lift it up and let the front tires come up a little tiny bit. And then I did put heim joints on this end, so you will have to unbolt it, but you can turn it back and forth to get it to line up straight with the chassis, which I'm gonna have to do after. I like it. Now we just have to figure out how to add wheels. So I've got this really thick stuff here. I think I'm gonna use this for our chain guard as well. It's pretty heavy, but I'd rather something be really heavy and protective than blow up in the face. But I think the wheel's gonna sit here, and this represents that tube that's on the back right there. So we'll cut 2 pieces about this length right in the middle of this tube. And then we're gonna have to cut it lengthways with the grinder because we don't need it to be this thick. So 2 pieces of plate that are that long.
Just look at it, so moist.
This is gonna be so annoying, vertically cutting this piece. Okay, so they're not all exactly the same, but what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna clamp them all together. Hopefully. Clamp them all, square them all up on one side. There we go. We squared all the machined faces, and then we squared this end. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna tack weld these in place. Like I said, I just went ahead and tack welded them together. Now we know that this face is true and this face is true. So now we can put our hole in this side that is uneven, and then we can shape this side and this side to make it kind of look not so dumb. But that means our hole is going to be true, and then when we cope this side, that's going to be true as well. Well, those things were super, super annoying to make. They didn't come out as good because they were super thick. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all 4 of those. I'm probably going to take our wheelie bars off, put them on the table over there, and try and get everything as flat as possible. That way our wheels are pointing straight and not off to the side somewhere. Holy bejeebies! After an hour of straight welding, we got this pipe made. Pipe. And then these are all welded up. Everything's completely welded up. I welded up all the tabs on the side on here too. So put it all together, put the wheels on it, put the bars on it, and then get to see our handiwork. Boom! Look at it. It looks so awesome. I just want to see if we can like stand on it. See, I don't know. Will something break? Oh my god, we're standing on it. I'm 200 pounds, and I guess it's strong enough for me to stand on. I'm definitely not light by any means. I'm 200 pounds, and it's strong enough for me to stand on right on the end. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be strong enough to hold us from doing wheelies. Would you just look at it? Look at it! That's so cool. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna back it up on this side. Let's lift the front end and see how high the wheels come up before it hits the bars. But like I said, we could probably drop this all the way until those wheels touch the floor. Yeah, they're touching the floor now. Yeah, that one's totally touching. It's actually probably putting weight off the rear tires right now. And then fully up. Oh, those hind joints are tight. All right, let's roll you back some. It looks right about this height right here before the wheelie bars kick in. Any higher than that and the back tire starts coming off the ground. That was a lot of welding today. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm actually gonna bring it outside to take my thumbnail photo because in here it doesn't really have the color it does outside. So I'm gonna pull it outside, take a thumbnail photo. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 150,000 subscribers. We're like 100 away. So it'd be real great if you guys did that. Peace easy, get that V.